Welcome to your introduction of your abcmouse.com account. This is your training session. Through this session, we will show how to extend learning home through abcmouse.com and also show how teachers can use the classroom account with their students during the day. We will demonstrate an overview of admin functions, whole group activities within the classroom, farm, zoo, and basic sections on the site, also the library for our e-learning books, our step-by-step learning path for individual instruction, our lesson builder to send home supplemental lessons, and this is where the linking aspect really comes into play because your teachers can send home tons of fun learning activities to support what is being taught in the classroom. Now, before we get started with our training session today, I do want to give you a quick reminder about the coded parent letters. Now, these letters are what you will be sending home to provide parents a free 30-day trial. And by entering the code, they are linking the classroom account to the home account, which is why we call that extending learning home. All right, we are going to start with our admin functions first, and we will be starting right here in our teacher setting information tab. And this is where you do want your teachers to start from their home page. They are going to come in here and go ahead and set up the information to go along with their teacher avatar, or I also refer to it as our classroom page. You can put your information in here. You can go ahead and make your choices off to the side. Real important that you are turning this step-by-step learning path on. And this is going to correlate with the levels for our learning path. Our levels do start down here at toddler time, which represents a 2-year-old, and does travel through level 6, which represents the end of kindergarten. Now, when I do get to our step 2, I will be pulling up a nice little diagram of these levels with description boxes, so it will definitely help you to choose what level is most appropriate for this classroom or this teacher page, and also what level is most appropriate for each one of your students. You will have the ability to differentiate these levels for your students' individual pages, so it does allow them to work on the level that's most appropriate for them. Now through here, you will have some setting options down below. Go ahead and click on each one of these options. You'll have some holiday decoration settings, some username settings where you can request a personalized audio setting for each one of your students, and also some language settings for Spanish-speaking families at home. Just below, you will have your teachers to choose from. You can go ahead and choose a specific teacher to represent your classroom up here at the left-hand corner, or you can keep it on random and it will just rotate through all of them. When you are finished making all these choices here, please make sure you click Save All Edits so it does save your changes. Now we are going to move on to our step 2, heading back to our teacher home. You can access your student settings for their individual pages by going into our step 2. Again, those individual pages are linked to your classroom account, so if you do want your students to work on their individual avatars and their individual pages in your classroom setting, they can go ahead and click on their avatar off to the side, and it will pull up that student's individual page, the same page they'll be using from the home. Now for your students, you will have your student list off to the left. You want to go ahead and start with the first student on your list and make those same choices that you just did for your teacher avatar. Again, being real careful to turn on that step-by-step learning path, and then you can turn their tickets on, their site areas, their music. You'll have the same options here for settings. And this is your page, student setting information, that you can go ahead and scroll on down and get that nice diagram of those levels. You can see the age and the level of school that is appropriate for each child, as well as how many activities there are in each level on the yellow part of the sign. As soon as you go ahead and move your mouse on top of the sign, that description box will open up and again give you some more information about each one of your levels. As soon as you get to the numbered levels, it will also show you the curriculum that is included. So I always do recommend to our teachers, just take a few minutes, read through each one of your levels, get familiar with them, and then this will help you to go ahead and choose what level is most appropriate for each one of your students. Once you do find that level, you can scroll on back up, go ahead and use those arrows, Make that choice for your student, and then go ahead and click Save All Edits. As soon as you are finished with your first student on your list, you can then move on to your next and continue down your list, making the choices for each student. Again, on any of these pages, referring to your diagram down below, and when you are finished making any changes, again, that Save All Edits will pop up. Now from here, I do also want to go ahead and show you how you can create an avatar. That way it is a great function to start with to introduce your students to the site, and an excellent activity to do on the day you are sending those coded letter parents home, or those parent letters home. It will excite the children. They'll get excited about the site. They'll also learn how to create an avatar so they are ready to go home, log in, and create their own. And of course, they do love to try to make the teacher avatar look like you as well. So you can access the avatar right from that teacher page where it says Change Avatar, and you can also access it from your About Me page. If you pop in here, it's going to give you access to your avatar. Oh, let me go ahead and just put our password in here so we can continue. Originally, it will pop up as a shadow figure, and then you can have your students help you create your avatar by going and choosing any of your features, and then moving into your clothing options and choosing your clothing options. This is kind of like your closet area, so anything that you purchase with your tickets will remain in this closet area. And then you also have the option to go ahead and purchase pets, and you can always change your pets here as well. Once you are finished, you do want to pop into this Take a Picture of My Avatar, and your camera will pop on out, zoom out, hit your red little button, and then click on your new photo, and that will change your change user photo off to the right-hand side. All right, we are going to head back into our teacher home here. We have gone over our teacher settings and our student settings. We are going to go ahead and pop into our lesson builder. This is our next part of our admin section, and this is where you can go ahead and create and customize activities to go into each one of your student folders and to help reinforce whatever skills you're working on in your classroom. Now again, you have that ability to choose who you want to plan for by picking your students up here at the top, all students, your classroom or teacher folder, and then even the ability to choose individual students off to the side. You will go through each one of your steps, choosing what subject, category, or area you'd like to look in, as well as what level you want to look at. Then you can start dragging your activities into your building window. You can scroll down and look at anything in the section, or even change categories with your tabs up at the top, and also have the ability to search for certain themes or terms in your search bar. That'll pop open with a new window, and again, you can drag anything into your building window for number 4. From here, if you would like to go ahead and delete any of the activities and take them out, you can go ahead and recycle them, or you can head into number 5 to see everything you've added into your students' folders a little bit larger. You have that ability to move them around if you like, and again, to take anything out and recycle it. Now, most of our schools do like to do this weekly or bi-weekly or even monthly. They go ahead and put them in there for that amount of time, let the students work on them from the classroom or from home. And then once they finish up through the week or the weekend or the month, however long you want, you do have the ability to clear everything out and then head back in and start fresh. So you do want to choose whose folders you're clearing out. Go ahead and hit clear. It'll ask you if you are sure, hit yes, and then you can head right back into Lesson Builder and start building again. Now you also do have the Search by Standards section off to the side here, so you can go ahead and look by your objectives. And anything you want to see, just click on that arrow to open up. Go ahead and click in, and then you can go ahead and again plan who you want to plan for, drag one, or select all and add to my lessons. That'll go ahead and add everything into your classroom's folders or whoever you chose for your section here. Now, I also do recommend to watch this how-to video at the top right-hand corner, and that will allow you to go ahead and get some more information on this customizable section. Now next we are going to go into different areas off to the side here. In any of these sections you can come into the classroom and do any whole group or small group activities. Now again, your students will have access from home as well, but anything in here that you go over and click on that highlights, you can enter into those areas. You have access here to your library with over 350 books for your e-learning books, and your students will have access from home as well. And then you also have your step-by-step path level right here on your learning path on your board in the middle. Now this learning path is a step-by-step path level where you can choose that level that we just went through on your student setting area. And this does allow for students to go ahead and work at their own pace on whatever level you put them on. As they go through and complete the activities, it will move them along into their next lesson and keep them traveling along their path. Now we also do have some virtual field trips on the site. We have the farm and the zoo. And in either of these sections, if you head in there, you can go ahead and do some whole group activities, a virtual field trip with your classroom. You can learn about the animals, some facts about each, or also follow up with some games and activities that relate to the animals that you just learned about. You also do have your basics section for reading and math, and you can pop into either of these sections by using your tab here. Whatever you want to focus on, go ahead and choose that, and then choose your main item in the middle. It'll go ahead and categorize all the activities to go along with whatever you have chosen. Now we are going to head back into our home, and there is just one more spot I'd like to show you before we end our session. You do have under quick links the how-to videos. You can come in here for any kind of resource or refresher. It does take you through site and feature overviews, tours of the site, and some wonderful how-to videos for those sections as well. As always, we do appreciate your time, and please do not hesitate to let us know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.